Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I am Liz Cross. This is Mr. Reality, in case you didn't know. And gosh, we have a lot of people here today. So thank you all so much for joining us. I'm just starting a little bit early to tell you what we came across over the weekend. So the first thing that we came across in CTT sessions, and I love to share this information because I think it just helps all of us as a whole. And for those of you that come in late, don't worry about it. You'll get it on the recording. It's all good. So the first thing that we hit on was even in manifesting, you hit a plateau. Okay. You know, when you're trying to get fit or lose weight or do things, with your body, and because it's measurable, right? If you're getting on the scale or you've got your tape measure out, you're measuring inches, or you can see the results, and then you hit this plateau, right? And what happens when you hit a plateau? Well, you have to adjust things, okay? You have to work that little bit harder. And what we got was it's the same for manifesting, as if manifesting wasn't hard enough. Now you hit plateaus in manifesting. So an example would be, here's what we do know about manifesting. If you're sitting on your couch and you're saying, please, please, I want to manifest, and that's all you're doing, most likely you're not going to get anything. Okay. What we do know, it has to take a, multi-pronged effort approach. You have to put time into your manifestation. You have to put energy into your manifestation. And whatever it is you're trying to manifest, you have to work for that. Okay. So you're trying to, just like you would get fit, okay, you want the perfect body. Well, look how hard you have to work for that. And you really have to work doubly hard. Some of it's harder than others. Me, certainly, yes. And it's the same with manifesting. So in manifesting, you set yourself certain goals, right? I want to manifest this. And these goals have to be very realistic. Okay, that's the second thing we know about manifesting. Yes, you may be one of those lucky people that suddenly wakes up one day and you have a man standing at your front door or person at your front door with a gold bullion suitcase full of billions and billions of dollars. Okay. Now, how often does that work? Never, never. It's like once in a blue moon opportunity. So if you are sitting there and you're not working towards these realistic goals, and when I say realistic goals, I mean goals that are attainable, goals that you can actually see how you can get to that goal. Okay. For example, you want to retire early. Okay, that's great. How much money will it take per month to retire early? Factoring in, if you retire early, so say, hypothetically speaking, in order to retire early right now, you need $10,000 a month in the USA. Okay. And I don't know about you guys, but the grocery prices are still going up, right? I've seen it. Like a packet of chicken now used to be 4, now it's a little bit more expensive, and now it's got 3. Everything's still going up here. I don't know what it's like on your, where you are in the world, but certainly where I am, it's more expensive. So you need $10,000 a month to retire. Okay. How are you going to meet that goal? Well, you have a strategy and you're manifesting, using the CTT, using meditation, whatever it is you want to use. Okay. There's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to have enough so that I can retire a minimum amount of blah, de blah. Okay. But you're sitting on the couch. You're not doing anything. How are you ever going to reach that goal? You won't. You won't. But then what we came across at the weekend was that this person was doing everything possible, and they actually, their wants are not very big. They live in a house that belongs to their family. The family doesn't live there, and all they want to do is they want to buy that home eventually. That's it. They need to get a loan, a mortgage, they need to get a down payment. But that is hard in today's world, right? It is. It's hard, and it's getting harder. It's getting harder. Believe you me. Hard, hard, hard. And that's all they want. And so they're working towards their goal. They're clean eating. They're, because they needed to because of health issues, but also clean eating helps that energy flow, right? It helps to manifest. If you're just filling your body full of junk all the time, that's bringing down your vibration, bringing down your frequency. And like I said before, I treat my body like a temple of doom, right? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, okay, so they're eating well, they're exercising, they're working overtime, they're investing, they're saving, they're watching their money. And they did this for about 8 months, and then they got fed up. Why? Because nothing seemed to be happening. Okay, the numbers are growing in the bank. Their health numbers are going down, but the goal just seems so far away. And it just seemed that nothing was happening towards their manifestation. As we know, the universe is very, very slow. Let me put another very on that. Very, very, very slow at giving us the reward system. They don't make it easy, almost impossible, right? But this person hit a plateau, and that's what we got. You hit plateaus in manifesting. And what that meant in the CTT session was that you actually have to work that much harder. Okay, you're going to have to change things up a little bit. Maybe you need to change up your investment strategy. And I know you don't want me to harp on about Misty and all those things on the CTT, but I tell you, it's rocking and rolling. Seriously, those things are a game changer. And they're a game changer for the markets as well. Why? Because somebody sent me information over the weekend that an expert in this field is now saying that, because of these like Tesla stock and MicroStrategy stock and all these other stocks, people would rather go into these ETFs now that are working for them, okay? And instead of investing in the stock. So it is their theory that the stocks are losing money. Big time. Big time. Nobody wants to invest in just a stock that's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down, right? They want their money working for them. And so now they're going into these ETFs. I told you all, remember when I put that out a year ago? I said, this is a game changer for the markets. You just wait. When people start to see that there's longevity in this and it's not as high risk as everybody makes it out to be, they're going to abandon those stocks and they're going to be going into these things, because why wouldn't you? Right? You have to do your research. Okay, so that's the first thing we came across was the plateau. So it's very important to recognize plateaus. Very, very important. Okay, the second thing that we came across, and also Senior Manifestor is at it again. I've got to post his script. I've got 2 or 3 scripts now to post for you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm way, way behind over here. Doesn't help that someone slammed into the back of my husband on Friday and ruined our car, and we've been dealing with that. But anyway, we're okay. We'll live. This is like the third or fourth time in the past 2 years. I'm like, God, do they not see us? Do I need to get a big flashing light on the top of my vehicle now? Anyway, all right. So the next thing that we came across was again leading off of what happened last week in the CTT. If you remember last week in our group, we basically got information about, the soul isn't able to keep up. It's really struggling. And this person wanted to know why there was a lack in her life. And again, she is manifest. She's doing everything. She's clearing out all the negatives in her energy field religiously. Like she CTTs all day, every day, and she just is so stuck. And it's like, okay, what is it? What is the need for the stuck? Why? There's always a need. Okay, whenever you hit a plateau, there's a need there. You have to look at it instead of looking at it in a negative way. Oh my God, I hit a plateau. I'm going nowhere. I'm just gonna chill, right? I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm not gonna work so hard. I think personally, the universe is testing us to see how serious you are, but you have to change things up. Well, she's stuck as well. And so, what we got for her was that, again, these souls all the freaking time. It's very rare. I do have a couple of very wealthy people that I do CTT for, exceptionally wealthy people, like, Bugatti wealthy, right? And their souls have absolutely zero negative attachments to money. Okay. This soul that we came across at the weekend was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make sure she has enough and a little bit extra, but getting by is just fine. I'm okay with the getting by, right? Well, our conscious minds are not okay with that, right? It's not okay. These souls are the ones that are designing the life plan, and they're designing it, and they're not understanding. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. They're not understanding where we are. Hindsight is a wonderful thing for the soul. Okay? Hindsight is beautiful. They're trying, can you actually think about the job that they have to do? It's very difficult. I know we give our souls a hard time, but it's actually very difficult. Okay, I've got to sit up there. I've got to design a life plan based upon future events, which I don't really understand. Okay, because I've never experienced a lot of this stuff before. What computers, money, having a house, right? How many times have our souls actually bought a house? This is probably the first lifetime. You realize that this is probably the first lifetime that we as a soul have actually bought a house, driven a car, okay, have food in the fridge, go to the grocery store, drive our kids to school. Think about all the previous lifetimes. That was not available. So our souls are up there trying to schedule and plan and plot. And here we are with our conscious minds going, but I want this and I want that and blah, blah, blah. And what we got in that session was not only did the souls not understand what they were signing up to, right? And why would you? Why would you? Until you actually experience it, we can't really blame them that much. But B, they underestimated the conscious mind. Okay. They underestimated that the conscious mind would actually know better than the soul. Think about that. Now, what we got in the session was that they're basing their estimation of the conscious mind, our conscious mind today, they're basing that on what? Previous history. right? Hindsight. Well, I know that when I scheduled this into the lifetime, the conscious mind wasn't strong enough when they were this person, and then when we were that person, and, this and that, and blah, de blah, right? It totally underestimated the tools available to us today and the conscious mind. So, what you've got is your soul is running the show, dictating all the terms here. The conscious mind wants something else. And I have to say, for anybody sitting around today throwing themselves a pity party about poor me, oh my God, life is so hard. You have got more tools available to you, more information available to you than you've ever had. Okay. And if you actually delved into your past lives, you would see how hard life really was. Okay. Especially for females. Especially for females. We had no rights. Oftentimes, when you go back into the previous lifetimes as a female, we're slapped around, we're raped, we're not given any money, we're not, it's a big problem. Okay. So when you think about that, you have to understand this is the strongest our conscious minds have probably ever been. And yet the soul has underestimated how strong we are. So today, here we go. Liz, you're boring me. What is this all about? Okay, I'm telling you now. We're going to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to motivate the soul to understand where we are with our conscious minds, and once motivated, to continue the quest of understanding and to accept the rationale of our conscious minds. Is everybody okay with that? Do you see why we're doing that today? I mean, this is just so important to me. Because what we're doing is with our conscious mind, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, right? And yet the soul is like, what? You need how much? Right? What? I don't even know what AI is. I don't understand robotics. You mean I'm not working on the farm, growing my own food and canning and preparing for the winter and building my house out of sticks and mud, and or maybe I come from thousands and thousands of years of a nomadic tribe where if things get bad, we just up sticks and move, and we didn't need any material things. What's an education, right? This is what we're up against. It's serious. It's serious to me. So we are going to have to try to make some adjustments with our souls, that we have more power and more flexibility with the conscious mind, and that the soul starts to understand that, hey, you know what? Back in caveman times, yeah, our conscious mind was terrible. We barely used any of our brain capacity. We only grunted and made noises to like talk to one another. Okay. We ate very little. We were cold. We didn't have maths or language or all of these scientific facts. We didn't even know what that bright orange thing was in the sky, right? We had no idea. So, is it any wonder that the souls do not trust or give in or accept what we're saying with our conscious minds, knowing all of that? Remember, they always go on hindsight. On hindsight, this is what worked. On hindsight, this is what didn't work. Okay? And we're like tearing our hair out here, or maybe our etheric hair, whatever, but we're tearing our hair out like, come on. Come on, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, and you're not helping me. In fact, you're still blocking me because you have completely underestimated the power of the conscious mind and where it would be today. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Mr. Reality, if you would just do our intro, please, and we'll make a start.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining us for the Monday morning consciousness transformation technique. We appreciate you and we're thankful that you're here and we're thankful that Liz is going to lead us in helping to continually optimally manifest. Thanks, Liz.
No worries. Does everybody here know how to tap? Could you explain that, please?
That is a great point. So what we're doing when we say tapping is now the one that we're doing with the group. You don't need to say everything when you do it locally by yourself. We do group protection. We enable pyramids and we protect ourselves from the energy that's around us. When you're in a group setting, you have to make sure that you set these things in place. So we're crossing our arms in front of us and our arms are touching our biceps and we're tapping bilaterally as we repeat with me what Liz is saying. And if you say negatives, you're going to verbalize those and let those come through. And you might have sensations or feelings. And it's okay to feel like uncomfortable because we're moving the energy around inside your auric field.
Amen. So be it. It is done. All right. So, two things. For those of you that are prone to seizure activity, do not, do not, do not do the CTT. Okay. Don't even sit there just verbalizing and not doing the tapping. I'm sorry, but this is where your journey with the CTT ends. I hate that for you. Believe me, to God, I do. Try some meditation. Second of all, once we open, do not leave. If you have to leave for any reason, make sure at your earliest opportunity you go back over one of the recordings, get straight to the close. Doesn't matter what the close is, okay? If what we're working on that day, but just jump to the close and make sure you do the close. But you really need to stay till close. All right, so if anybody is new and you're having difficulty, please drop it in the chat. Everybody is very helpful here. I just ask that you do not message me direct. Okay, so let's go ahead and open. Where you should be is where Mr. Reality is. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimum etheric pyramid,
as well as
as well as
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Mr. Reality, thank you so much for hosting, by the way. All right, treasures. When's your next remote viewing group, by the way? Are you doing any more? Are you on your last one for now?
That's it. We're going to take a break,
Oh
work on other
gosh.
things.
Okay, for now. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to see,
to see,
recognize,
recognize,
use, and enjoy
use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I don't know if you happen to see Elizabeth April is getting slaughtered by the remote viewing community. They just found her and they found out she's using the words remote viewing and they are just going haywire over
Yeah,
there.
I've said
Did
she's
you?
crazy for a long time, and nobody believes me. But when you say you're doing something, that's not remote viewing. That's not the way the process works.
I
And
know. I
she's
know.
also
She just caught
schizophrenic.
on to the
So
catchphrase remote viewing and the people that don't know any better, they're like, "Oh, she's a remote viewer." No, she's not. She's never taken a remote viewing class. I bet you if she held a live show and we were to call her up on the live show and ask her right there in front of people, "Can you explain the process of remote viewing?" She wouldn't be able to do it. I know that. I know that. Anyway, here we go. Now we're going to, this is the most important part of the opening. Okay. From this point on, you need to stay with us. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
there is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams.
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine team.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world.
And they will transmute it into white light positive karma.
And they will transport it into white light positive karma.
Let's try that one again. They will transmute it into white light positive karma
They will transmute it into white light positive karma
and put it back into the universe.
and put it back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. The energy feels really good today. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All righty. So on to our first round, which is the affirmation part. Something just like moved in my room. I don't know if you guys saw that. You know, there's always something freaky going on now in the CTT sessions. Anyway, we're doing the affirmation tail ender process. We open responsibly. Now we're going to say our affirmation. All the tail enders are the negative blockages. We're going to remove those and then we'll close. Okay, so let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to motivate the soul
to motivate the soul,
to understand where we are
to understand where we are
with our conscious minds,
with our conscious mind,
and once motivated,
and once motivated,
to continue that quest
to continue that quest
of understanding
of understanding
and to accept the
and,
rationale
and to accept the rationale
of the conscious mind
of the conscious mind
without any negative consequences.
without any negative consequences.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
What did you get, Mr. Reality?
You know, when you siphon gas out of a gas tank, you have to put the sort of the straw at the bottom. I got this sort of swell of swirling up vacuum of the bottom of something. So we're getting like the gunk at the bottom first out.
I've never stolen gas before in my
Well,
life.
back in my earlier days, I mean,
I know, like
that
back
was
in
the
the
way you
day,
get gas. It
people
was
used
too
to do that.
expensive. I know, but
Well,
when
the
you're
locking, there
deployed and
wasn't a locking.
your Jeep needs more gas, you gotta.
Yeah. But there wasn't the locking mechanism on the gas flap either,
Well, just saying
right?
that suction part where we're removing sediment at the
Yeah.
bottom feels like someone else is cooking, floating in outer space. Yep, they're
Cooking with
back.
gas. So
They've been rescued.
we got the I got the swirling motion as well, but mine was sand. It was like you were in the middle of like a sandstorm and the sandstorm was swirling around me. Yeah, so we're on the same page. That's good. If you guys get anything, drop it in the chat. Let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We're in the middle of a swirling storm.
We are in the middle of a swirling storm.
We are in a power struggle
We're in a power struggle
with the soul
with the soul
and our conscious minds.
and our conscious mind.
Everyone thinks that they know better,
Everyone thinks that they know better,
and no one is willing to give up their power.
and no one is willing to give up their power.
What else?
We're just removing the sediment layers.
We're just removing the sediment layers. This is a recipe for disaster.
This is a recipe for disaster.
Woo! Cooking with gas. Yes. Very good. What else?
My soul knows best. Who am I to question?
Yes, my soul knows best. Who am I to question? It has been around a lot longer than my conscious mind.
It has been around a lot longer than my conscious mind.
My soul will not listen to my conscious mind.
My soul will not listen to my conscious mind.
It just hears me nagging and complaining all the time.
It just hears me nagging and complaining all the time.
My soul just rolls its eyes at every complaint and whim.
My soul just rolls its eyes at every complaint I give.
It does not understand why we want what we want.
It does not understand why we want what we want.
It's going on thousands and thousands of years of history.
It's going on thousands and thousands of years of history.
It can't keep up with the changing pace.
It can't keep up with the changing pace.
It has completely underestimated the conscious mind.
It has completely underestimated the conscious mind.
When we send this information to the soul, it gets angry.
When we send this information to the soul, it gets angry.
It's frustrated.
It's frustrating.
It doesn't understand why we don't love it.
It doesn't understand why we don't love it.
It works against us.
It works against us.
It blocks us.
It blocks us.
What else?
I like flying under the radar.
I like flying under the radar. Yes.
I can't go against my programming.
I can't go against my programming. Very good. What else?
We are victims of our own pasts and past struggles.
We are victims of our own pasts and past struggles. We don't have access to that sort of information with our conscious minds.
We do not have access to that kind of information with our conscious mind.
What else?
I am at a
Let's fit.
crossroads and I want to stop.
Oh, I'm at a crossroads and I want to stop. I don't want to make decisions.
I don't want to make decisions.
Let's finish this round out. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
What did you get?
I'm just a cow in a herd.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Right. I'm just a very small part of the collective. I make no difference. I am just a cow in the herd. I am a very small part of the collective. Okay, here we go. My manifestations are meant to make shockwaves, right? Shockwaves. Wow, I wonder what you guys are trying to manifest. But I am only making tiny ripples. I don't know what you guys are trying to do. All right, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
My manifestations
My manifestation
are meant to make shock waves,
are meant to make shock waves,
but instead,
but instead,
I am only making teeny tiny ripples.
I'm only making two tiny ripples.
I am just one of the herd.
I am just one of the herd.
I am unimportant.
I'm unimportant.
Why should I be granted what I want?
Why should I be granted what I want?
My conscious mind does not know best.
My conscious mind does not know best.
I'll leave everything up to the soul.
I'll leave everything up to the soul.
What else?
I'm not
Ooh,
heard
that
by my soul.
I am not heard by my soul. And this one is excellent. Mind wipe, the mind wipe gets in the way of our relationship with the soul. Very good.
The mind wipe gets in the way of our relationship with the soul.
We're not allowed to communicate with our souls.
We are not allowed to communicate with our soul.
If we were, we would evolve very quickly
If we were, we would evolve very quickly,
and we would not have to reincarnate.
and we would not have to reincarnate.
We would see this for what it is,
We would see this for what it is,
that it's a game instead of the big mystery.
that it is a game instead of a big mystery.
The odds are stacked against us.
The odds are stacked against us.
This is not a fair fight.
This is not a fair fight.
What else?
I'm stuck
Anything
helping
else?
other people and not myself.
Mm, I am stuck helping other people and not myself. I have no time to invest in myself.
I have no time to invest in myself.
My wants are meaningless.
My wants are meaningless.
I am selfish for wanting them.
I am selfish for wanting this.
What else?
I don't
I am
feel as though
stuck.
I know what's best.
I don't feel as if I know what is best. Maybe I don't. I leave everything up to the universe.
I leave everything up to the universe and up to
I
chance.
do not, yeah, and up to chance. I don't make firm decisions about my path.
I do not make firm decisions about my path.
What's the point?
What is the point?
I'm destined to lose.
I'm destined to lose.
I feel like a gamble. What is it? I feel like I'm a gambler with very bad odds. God,
The house always wins.
yeah, the house always wins. That's exactly right. I am seeking outside of myself instead of going from within.
I'm seeking outside of myself instead of going within.
What I want is a million miles from the life that I live now.
What I want is a million miles and dollars away from the life that I want to lead now.
Yeah. My soul shut me out.
My soul has shut me out.
I'm stuck in imposter syndrome and I cannot get out.
I am stuck in imposter syndrome and cannot get out.
I am stuck. I cannot take action.
I am stuck. I cannot take action.
I'm tired.
I am tired.
Anything else? Let's close this one down. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it. It is done.
Oh my God, what did you get?
I got being Bruce Wayne's father and being hit in the back of the head in the alley. So I don't take any consequences except after I'm dead.
Oh my God. And my kids will be like, "Don't you know who Bruce Wayne's father is, Mom?" No. Batman, right?
Correct.
I do know some superheroes. I'm forced to. That's all that's on the bloody TV
So
here.
that's what
All right.
created Batman, and yet, he had no
Oh,
point in it. So all that things after we're dead, that's when we see the manifestations and the fruition of what we've done. We only recognize the benefits looking back and not while we're in it, I think is that message.
all right. Hold on to that because I'm going to ask you to shout that out. My brain is like really buzzing. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm trying to go through the car wash with an extremely dirty vehicle. Meaning, it doesn't matter how many times you run that car through the car wash, right? And my kids, my little one, he loves the car wash because the lady always shouts, "Neutral, no brakes." So now he shouts it with her, right? Don't you love it when they shout at you? You don't mess with the girl at the car wash, man. She'll take you down. But yeah, like you will just it doesn't matter how you can run that car through that car wash 20 times and it's not going to change anything. That's what I got. Like the dirt, the grime or the trauma, the darkness is a permanent fixture, right? That's what that means. All right, let's keep going. Spiritual car wash. I love that. Let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
My energetic body
My energetic body
and all of my consciousness
and all of my consciousness
will never be free
will never be free
of all of this negative weight.
of all of this negative weight,
No matter how hard I try,
no matter how hard I try.
I just cannot seem to clean my energy field.
I just cannot seem to clean my energy field.
This dark trauma is stuck to me like glue.
This dark comma is stuck to me like
Glue. Trauma, karma, whatever, it's same thing. Is stuck to me like glue. And what was it you said?
we only see our manifestations in hindsight.
Yes, we only see our manifestations in hindsight. Maybe the universe has something better for me,
Maybe the universe has something better for me,
and I should let go of my wants.
and I should let go of
my wants.
my wants.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I really don't need what I think that I need.
Maybe I really don't need what I think that I need.
The universe knows what I need.
The universe knows what I need.
Yeah. What else?
I have to
I leave
compliment
it.
others, but
Mhm.
not myself.
I have to compliment others, but not myself. I'll just leave my path up to everyone else.
I will just leave my path up to everyone else.
I'm not making decisions right now.
I'm not making decisions right now.
I've said my manifestation, and that should be enough.
I've said my manifestation, and that should be enough.
I should not have to work towards that goal.
I should not have to work towards that goal.
I'm a good person. That should be plenty.
I'm a good person. That should be plenty.
There's so much evil in this world.
There is so much evil in this world.
Can't the universe see that I'm a good person
Can't the universe see that I'm a good person
and that I deserve what I ask for?
and that I deserve what I ask for?
What else?
Who am I to upset the wishes of my soul?
Who am I to upset the wishes of my soul? That's a good one. What else?
Why can't I vibrate at the rich person's frequency?
That's the $1 million question. Why can't I vibrate at the rich person's frequency? Oh my God, that's hilarious. And so true. What else?
I'm not worthy of what I want.
I'm not worthy of what I want. I don't deserve it. Who am I to judge what I need?
Who am I to judge what I need? I don't fully believe I'm worthy.
I don't fully believe I'm worthy. I don't deserve it. What else? I
I'm
got one.
meant to be suffering.
I'm meant to be suffering. I don't even know what my blockages are, let alone clear them out.
I don't even know what my blockages are, let alone being able to clear them out.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. What else?
I can't vibrate at the right frequency.
I can't vibrate at the right frequency.
I'm
The
afraid of
toxic,
being someone that I'm not.
ah, I'm afraid of being someone that I'm not. The toxic people around me are always pulling me down,
The toxic people around me are always pulling me down,
and I allow that.
and I allow that.
I'm no better than they are.
I know better than they are.
What else?
I'm stuck in my own belief system and my old belief
I'm
system.
I'm stuck in my old belief systems. Yes, very good. What else?
My body
I
is
don't
not willing
believe
to
it.
accept the change.
My body, my soul, my consciousness, they are not willing to accept the change. Very good. Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid to make a
I do,
mistake.
I'm afraid to make a mistake. What if I don't like what I wish for?
What if I don't like what I wish for?
The universe is always trying to teach me a lesson
The universe is always trying to teach me a lesson
instead of reward me.
instead of reward me.
Mm-hmm. I cannot seem to get out of these toxic relationships and situations
I cannot seem to get out of these toxic relationships and situations
because I don't have enough self-love.
because I don't have enough self-love.
Anything else? I allow the others to bring me down.
I allow the others to bring me down.
Mm. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our
Excuse
beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Ooh, I got a tight throat. All right, what did you get?
I got a tight lungs. Like it's hard to breathe. It's raspy, and I can't get like a deep breath. I can't find that deep breath. Tight
Mm,
stomach. Someone has a pain in their back. I see. Someone has a foot pain, right foot pain. Um,
mm, okay. We're all feeling it. Snoring. That's very typical, right? Because what happens is your body says, "Oh God, here they go again. Here they go." And it takes a lot of energy in and around the body to rearrange and readjust and reprogram and rewire all the re's, right? And so what the body does, and this used to happen to me, I've said this before, but I'll tell the group again. I would fall asleep. I would like pass out because it's the body's natural defense. What is the body and the brain supposed to do? It's supposed to conserve energy. So if it knows, here she goes again, or here they go again, right? Then it like puts you to sleep. And it's a weird type of sleep. It's not like a normal type of sleep. It's a I'm passing out. Okay? You've got to work through that. Now, the way I used to do it is I have a total gym. I don't know. I was inspired by Chuck Norris maybe at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I saw this old man working out on his total gym. I said, "Oh, you know what? I'll buy one of those," and hardly ever use it. But I got on my total gym and I would do CTT that way because I'm constantly moving and it's a real easy thing to do, right? I need to get back on it. But anyway, that stopped me from falling asleep. So you have to do what you can to prevent the passing out. Very serious, very serious. It's a resistance. Okay. So let me take a look at all this tightness going on. Um, okay. All right. So it's about the conscious mind, right? And what we're getting is this sad feeling that the conscious mind is not important. How could how could we be judged so harshly by the soul? But the soul is saying, well, you know what? Hey, your conscious mind, started to form a little bit while you were in the womb. Obviously, once you're born, that's when the conscious mind starts really forming because you're shaping your personality, the experiences, you're formulating opinions, and the conscious mind, guess what? It dies with the person. The soul doesn't die with the person, but the conscious mind does. So the soul looks at the conscious mind and says, you know what? Whatever. Do you know how many conscious minds I've had bleeding on at me for thousands of years, wanting this, wanting that, praying for this, praying for that, crying because life is hard, right? What? You're just one in several thousand. And that doesn't matter if you're human, your past lives were, and we've all been there. Don't sit there and say, I've only had past lives as human. Wrong, 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 wrong. Okay. Plants, everything has a consciousness. You guys should know that from my mind probes. Even if it's energy, it has a consciousness. Doesn't matter if you're a blade of grass, right? Or an amoeba. You still have a conscious mind. It may not be much like it is now, right? But you still had a conscious mind. The soul looks at that and says, yeah, I've seen you a million times, million times before. Whatever you're saying to me, whatever you're spewing my way, the venom, whatever, it's not working. Do you see how the soul views the conscious mind? So it's like the conscious mind is just small and it's just meaningless to the soul. And this is what we've got to change, right? Because we are so empowered in this lifetime. And this is not a one hit wonder. CTT never is. You have to do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, or even thousands of CTT sessions, right? God hope we can make that many videos, Mr. Reality. But you have to do it. You have to do it to make a huge difference. If you want to take power and control with your conscious mind, well, you better tap 369 every day to send that information to the soul. Hey, you know what? Don't dismiss my consciousness. Don't dismiss my conscious mind. I know what I'm talking about, right? Seriously, we've got to start having more of a balance here because remember what we got last week, the AI, the robotics, time speeding up. I mean, not physically speeding up, but evolution is speeding up it to a breakneck speed. These souls are going to be left in the dust, and we don't want them to be, right? We want them to keep up. So, what we're sending to the soul is very beneficial to the soul. Now, it may not see it immediately, which is why you have to keep sending that information over. Because remember what the soul's perspective is, it's hindsight. Okay. Maybe we get to the end of this lifetime, the soul gets up there and says, whew, thank God the conscious mind did all that. Right now, I've got a totally different viewpoint. So let's clear this out. It's about how the soul sees the conscious mind. It's actually quite shocking. It really doesn't it's quite indifferent. And then we got that about source as well. When you're sitting there and you're saying, source, I'm in a terrible spot, God, whoever, blah blah blah. You're in the middle of the game. Source doesn't really care. Okay? I'm not going to say that Source doesn't love you because Source does love you, but Source understands the game, right? So that's why we're going to be moving away from organized religion. I can tell you that right now. All right, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
Our conscious mind is insignificant.
Our conscious mind is insignificant.
We are sad.
We are sad.
We feel like we have no control.
We feel like we have no control.
The soul sees the conscious mind as irrelevant.
The soul sees the conscious mind as irrelevant.
It doesn't care. It's very indifferent.
It doesn't care. It's very indifferent.
It's heard this 1,000 lifetimes before.
It's heard this 1,000 lifetimes before.
The conscious mind is very finite,
The conscious mind is very finite,
and the soul does not have any respect for it.
and the soul does not have any respect for it.
It doesn't see the need to be persuaded
It doesn't see the need to be persuaded
or to take on a different viewpoint.
or to take on a different viewpoint.
What else?
The soul views my consciousness as transitory.
Yeah, exactly. The soul views my consciousness as transitory. It's just here to get me through this lifetime and then it's gone.
It's here to get me through this lifetime and then it's gone.
What else?
I feel like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football.
I feel like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. And the soul is the one that takes it away.
And the soul just takes it away.
Yeah. What else?
My soul is rich and my body is poor.
My soul is rich and my body is poor. I need about $1 million to in facelifts and cosmetic surgery. What else?
I'm out of balance with my soul.
I'm out of balance with my soul. My soul is not on board with my consciousness.
My soul is not on board with my consciousness.
It just feeds information into the subconscious
It just feeds information into the subconscious
and causes the conscious mind to react.
and causes the conscious mind to react.
It tricks the conscious mind.
It tricks the conscious mind.
It hides behind the subconscious.
It hides behind the subconscious.
Maybe it's a coward. Mm. What else? It doesn't understand where we are coming from.
It doesn't understand where we're coming from.
It's scared.
It's scared.
It's it's scared of failure.
It is scared of failure.
It doesn't want to let the system down.
It doesn't want to let the system down.
It doesn't do trends.
It doesn't do trends.
What else? Oh, a lot of fear coming in here. It fears what could happen if it doesn't play the game just right.
It fears what could happen if it does not play the game just right,
If it makes mistakes.
as it makes mistakes,
If it listens to the conscious mind
as it listens to the conscious mind,
and it goes along with what the conscious mind says.
and it goes along with what the conscious mind is saying.
Mm-hmm. What else?
My soul is risk averse.
My soul is risk adverse. It doesn't like danger,
It
doesn't like
doesn't like
risks.
danger. My soul doesn't trust me to make the decisions that benefit me now.
My, my soul doesn't trust me to make the decisions that benefit me now. Yeah, it's all delayed gratification.
It's all delayed gratification.
There you go. I felt that leave. It doesn't matter if we manifest it 10 lifetimes from now.
It doesn't matter if we manifest it 10 lifetimes from now.
The soul is only concerned with karma.
The soul is only concerned with karma.
Anything else? Okay. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our
Healing
minds,
information.
who the hell is muted themselves? Good Lord, mute. Our minds, body, and
healing,
spirit are
inf
receiving the love.
healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. I've got my 5-year-old standing here helping us on this last part. No, so what are we going to say? Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Nothing like a little bit of extra energy, especially 5-year-old energy. That's a lot. I felt that leave. I felt that leave. So very good. Good job. He's gone now. I said bye. All right. So I felt that leave. Like the tightness is gone. Everybody feels good. It's clear. All right, great. Ask him if I can get an appointment. You know, he just loves the CTT. He does. I think he's gonna I hope he carries this on. I really do. When I can't tap anymore, and hopefully he'll be taking it over. It's very psychic. All right, so let's tap to close. So in the closing, what we want is again just to reinforce, okay, this understanding and to accept the rationale of the conscious mind. Okay. That's what we really want to achieve here. We need the soul to understand where the conscious mind is coming from and to accept it. Because as we saw in all of these rounds, it doesn't even want to go there. Right. And going forward, if you wanted to do a 369, and if you don't know what 369 is, it means 3 rounds in the morning, 6 rounds in the afternoon, and if you can stand it, 9 times, 9 rounds in the evening. Okay. All right. So let's close. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Mr. Reality, you are the best. And we'll go ahead and close. All right. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
self-forgiveness,
self-forgiveness,
forgiveness of others,
forgiveness of others,
and the optimum ability
and the optimum ability
to motivate our soul
to motivate our soul
to continue the quest
to continue the quest
of understanding
of understanding
and to accept the rationale
and to accept the rationale
of the conscious mind
of the conscious mind
with no negative consequences
with no negative consequences
in all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
in all of those wonderful spaces we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
That was brilliant. So thank you so much. I feel that that is a work in progress. Again, just to reiterate, you will have to keep at that one. You can't just send one bit of information over to the soul. Hey, you better jump on board, right? It doesn't understand that. You've got to keep at that one. But I think in hindsight, right? In hindsight, the soul will be very grateful for that opportunity. Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Reality. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. And I'll hold. And Mr. Reality can also answer questions. So
Thanks
we're
so
here for
much.
you.